continue here at this wonderful, jam-packed venue, Tomek, of Contenders Norwich. Hopping into K1, this one at featherweight, 3 2-minute rounds. Fighting out of the red corner, Bradley Kemp from Icon. His opponent tonight, Andy Bevan from Optimum in the blue corner.
Look out for Bradley Kemp, look out for his speed. He's a very fast, aggressive fighter.
And those of you who have seen his performances on Contenders before, he's got a very nice textbook Thai style. You'll see him in that bus stop stance, doing the Thai hop on that lead foot, switches up nicely for an inside leg kick attack.
Yeah, you can already see what Andy's looking for. He's looking for the opening.
And a nice leg kick attack from Andy, but countered beautifully from Bradley Kemp as he presses forward.
Both guys beautifully matched here.
It's nice to see Bradley come up here and put on his show. That is a beautiful textbook style of Dutch K1 attack. Lots of punches followed with hard kicks to leg and body. You'll see the difference in Bevan throwing single kicks, which might be a little bit easier to read. And it seems to me that Kemp's being a little more aggressive.
Bradley's outdoing his opponent on volume so far, and he's obviously the bigger, stronger, more physical guy. Could do the damage, but Bradley's combinations, it looks like Andy's struggling with the combinations of Kemp.
That's exactly right. And Bevan, no doubt, got some real nice clean style on those 1-2-3s, but he needs to follow with a kick. See, that single kick is too easily envisaged in advance by Bradley Kemp. Too predictable, too telegraphed.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a different type of a style there. Andy, the typical slugger, strong upper body guy. Both guys breathing a little bit warily now, wary of each other, and Bradley's hands a little bit lower.
It's nice to see that coming into K1 though, because sometimes you will see guys with different striking styles. Obviously this limited clinch rules, you know, you get Thai guys, Taekwondo guys, points guys. And you're seeing here a very textbook attack from Bradley Kemp as far as a Muay Thai kind of stance and attack goes.
Yeah, he's taken firm control of this fight so far. He's managed to block the vast majority of Andy's attacks.
Ooh.
And his attacks are getting through here.
A couple of big left hooks exchanged. But it's Kemp that seems to be getting a slight advantage here as we roll into the end of round one. What a great fight. Round 2 of 3. In this K1 affair. And Bradley Kemp showing some early athleticism and great volume striking, Tomek. But make no mistake, Andy Bevan's a tough customer and is making this a solid fight.
He certainly is. And any of those big hooks land like that, Bradley cannot afford to stand and trade with this guy. Needs to employ some more of the movement he done in the first round. Had a lot of success with that when Andy was just punching air.
Man, look at the way he holds on to that and then obviously connects to the rear leg. You'll see a lot of Thai guys do that. They'll hold the lead leg and then chop out the rear one, much like a lumberjack.
Yeah, very common technique there. It didn't quite work for Bradley.
And the crowd roaring with approval as each strike smashes home.
Yeah, Bradley doing the smart thing here. He's covering up a lot. He's obviously trying to get Andy to blow his gas tank.
Ooh. That right round kick landed very nice and flush to the lead leg. You'll find that when that kick connects and chops home, when the weight's down on it, it's probably when it hurts the worst.
Yeah, Bradley being a sportsman there. Andy's gumshoe came out, he didn't attack, let him put it back in.
Big overhand right coming in there from Mr. Bevan, but Kemp maybe having to play a little bit more defense this round, as Bevan may have figured he was behind the scorecards from the first round.
Yeah, but obviously Bradley's employing a different technique as well. He's choosing to absorb these punches as opposed to move out of the way like he did in the first round.
And you'll see that high Thai guard, which has saved him from most of the damage, but you know, make no mistake, obviously his opponent is landing some shots that are scoring.
Yeah, definitely are. And Bradley's hands dangerously low at times. Needs to be careful. A nice check there from Andy.
And Andy's surging forward, catching a bit of momentum here in round 2. It's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, breathing heavily. I think look for Bradley to turn it on now.
And you can see that the breathing normalization, even in between rounds from the Icon team, they did such a good job at slowing his heart rate down. Really being able to recover your fighter is a key factor as you gain experience.
Yeah, definitely is. Last few seconds here. Bradley hasn't really done much this round.
Nice solid right round kick, and I like how he sets up that jumping in on a side kick. You can do that when you throw your right leg forward, Your opponent comes in, you can then jump and land that side kick. Brilliant display. And it might be 1 round apiece. Let's see what happens in round 3. We return. Round 3 of 3. Featherweight K1 action. Chris Hoekstra here live with Tomek Kaczynski. Tomek, it's been Bradley Kemp versus Andy Bevan and an all-out war.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see Bradley turn it up in his final round. But surprisingly, Andy, for such a big guy carrying so much weight, has actually got a lot in the tank.
And you can see that the way he comes forward, but I worry about his chin being up a little bit. If Bradley can sort of catch that with a couple straight shots, it might prevent Andy's ability to close that distance.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, Bradley had a lot of success in the first round with his combinations of movement. I don't really see why he's not utilizing it. I don't know if it's a case of cardio or if he's fatigued.
And with those combinations, as you were saying, a lot of them came off the jab. You know, it was either a 1-2, 1-2-3-4 kind of thing, follow with those kicks. So straight punches to set up other options is going to be a key strategy here as he moves in, but not much time to work with in K1.
No, definitely not. It's only 2-minute rounds. He's working here.
A couple of nice body kicks landed there for Bradley. Ooh, nice flush connection. But I tell you what, as you picked up in round 1, Andy's a bit of a brawler. He loves this. This seems to be the type of action he craves.
Yeah, he sucked Bradley into his bit of a slip there. He sucked Bradley into his world.
And a nice solid jab from Andy Bevan.
Yeah, Bradley done a really good job of covering up, but it's not enough. He needs to let go here. He needs to unload here, make something really happen. And here he goes.
He was looking for that right hand up here against the fence. Oh, a big right hand twice, clutch. He might be out. He might get a count here. I could see his eyes roll back just a little bit, Andy, but man, he is so tough.
Oh, what a counter from Bradley Kemp.
And Bradley Kemp throwing everything but the kitchen sink, Tomek.
Yeah, Andy is exhausted here, but Bradley needs to dig deep if he wants this fight. Both men exhausted here. There he goes. Coming up to the last few seconds. We're seconds out here.
Nice right body kick landing very neatly there for Bradley. Man, this fight has been a frantic pace. Both fighters exchanging a ton of shots. Possibly the greatest number of strikes per round we've seen tonight, Tomek. Outstanding work.
What a fight. I can't wait to see who wins.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's how K1 should be. Nice round of applause for these guys, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner via unanimous decision in the